Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your man, Mr. SK, all day, Scrappy Kilmore. Today we're going to be doing a little retro gaming repair. As you can see, I got in front of me a Sega Saturn console. This is a Model 2. You can tell by the round power and reset buttons. I got this off of eBay for 10 bucks, and as you can see, when I tested it, it was getting no power. So I already cracked this thing open, and I tracked the problem down to being a blown fuse and a blown Varistor. So what I did was I ordered some Varistors off of eBay, and I ordered some fuses to replace. So we're gonna go ahead and crack this thing open. To crack it open, let's flip it here. You got a few screws. You got one in this corner here, one in this corner here, one here, one here, and one here. Those you'll use a number, what number is this? Number 2 screwdriver to get it cracked open. So I'm gonna go ahead and crack it open, and we'll see y'all in just a few minutes. Let's get this done. Okay guys, we got it taken apart. Well, we got the top taken off. You can see this thing's, it's kind of cruddy on the inside, so we're gonna have to clean it up a little bit. This is really nasty right there. So what we're looking at now, we know we weren't getting power, so this is the first place we're gonna look. This is your power strip for the Sega Saturn. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this off. This is where your fuse was. I already took the fuse out. The fuse was blown, and this Varistor right here, see if we get this thing turned to get a better look at it. This Varistor is blown. Here's the actual cap part that was blown off. So what we're going to do to take this off, if you look in the back where your power cord plugs in right here, you got 2 screws, one here, and then on this other side over here, you have 1 screw right here. So we're going to go ahead and take those out real quick, and we'll be back in just a second. Okay, now that we got the screws taken out, there's one more thing we need to do to this power strip before we can remove it. That's this plug right here. Just a simple little clip-on plug. You take that plug off, and if you look right here, this is another little plug, and there are prongs that come out from the bottom that go into here. So when you take that off, gently take it off so you don't mess up those prongs. So let's go ahead and pull that off. Alright guys, now you can see we got it out. Trying to get a good, my camera won't focus too well. Trying to get a good view on that Varistor. I guess that's about as good as we're going to get. So we're going to go ahead and replace that, and we're going to put a fuse in. We'll put the fuse in first. Like I said, these are really cheap. I think I paid, I don't know, $5 or something on eBay for these fuses. And the Varistors were like 30-something cents a piece. I'll put a link in the description to the place where I got these from. I got these from, the store was called Miami Electronics. And these, no, I did not get these from eBay. I got these from a place called Mouser Electronics. I'll put the link in the description for these. So anyway, let's go ahead. We're going to pop this fuse in here really quick. Okay. So fuse is the right size and all. That was the hardest thing. I searched around. I went to an electronics store here in town, this little small town I'm in, and they didn't have anything near what I needed. This is a 1.6 amp 250 volt fuse. Now see, like I said, this is the Model 2. On the Model 1s, these fuses weren't as easy to change out. They were actually soldered to the board itself. They had wires coming out of each end that was soldered to the board itself. On the second generation Sega Saturn, they put the standard clip style in, so that makes it a lot easier with this one. And this Varistor, we're going to go ahead and take this off. What we're going to do is, you can see, look, it's even, you probably can't see with my camera, I apologize, but it's broken from the board itself. So we're going to go ahead and get the soldering gun out and try and get this off, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay guys, we're back. So we tracked it down on the bottom of the circuit board here, and the two we're going to be taking off is this one here, this one here. These are the two that connect to the bottom of that Varistor. I've already added some flux to the circuit board, and we're going to get into this. I'm going to adjust this camera a little bit. See, I can hopefully see what's going on. Okay. Now let's go ahead and see what we can't do. I have a pair of needle nose pliers because, like I said, one of these is broke off and we'll have to get the leg out of there. So there's the leg right there. Got that one out. And I'll be right back as soon as I get the rest out. Okay everybody, we got the Varistor out. You can see barely on this side. This is what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to look like this. But this one here was blown to smithereens. You can see it's really, really bad. It's blown. So we're going to go ahead and try and put a new one in here. Once we get this one in, we can hook it up to a TV and see if we can get it to work. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take one of these Varistors. I bought 10 of them because, like I said, they're about 30 something cents a piece. I don't remember exactly how much they were. I'm going to take one out of here. Okay, we got one out. And now you'll notice the leg on this one. If you look right here, the little leg is pretty short. And when they come new, the legs are very long, so we'll definitely have to cut those down once we get them in there. Now before we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to clean up this board a little bit, because when that Varistor blew, it left crud. I know you can't see this, I'm sorry, but it left crud all over the circuit board. So we're going to take a little alcohol on a Q-tip, and we're going to try to clean it up a little bit before we go any further. And then once we get it cleaned up some, we'll go ahead and get our Varistor in there and see how we work out. Oh yeah, this is cleaning it up real good. Making it so clean. It's so freaking clean. I love it, man. I love it. That's a horrible accent. I can't tell if I sounded like Ricky Ricardo or fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger on acid. So get it all cleaned up pretty good. Give that a second to dry. The good thing about isopropyl rubbing alcohol is it evaporates pretty quick. So we're gonna blow on it. It's an old school game cartridge, so give it a good blow job, if you know what I mean. I'm just kidding, y'all. Alright, so now, like I said, we got this Varistor here. The legs are stupid long on it. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead, if I can get it in the hole. Yeah, see, when we get it down to about where we want it, once we solder this in place, we're going to have really, really long legs left. So once we solder it where we want it, we're going to take our cutters on our needle nose. Matter of fact, I might go grab, I'm not sure if I got any angle cutters here. They're probably all in my work truck. But if not, we'll make it happen, Captain. We'll make it work. So anyway, guys, we're gonna speed the process up, so we can get it done. The magic of YouTube, the magic of television. We're gonna get it done. I'm gonna make all kind of noise busting out this solder. So we'll be right back. Alright guys, hopefully that did it. We got it soldered up here to the board. Probably can't see it, but it's in there like swimwear. So now we're going to go ahead and cut these legs short. Our trusty cutters. Try not to put too much pressure on them. I don't really want to have to solder this again. Alright, now we're going to put it all back together and we're going to test it out. Hang tight guys, be right back. Alright guys, we're back. We got the board put back in. Everything's looking like it's ready to test. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a pause for the cause, get everything set up, and we're going to test it out. Be right back, guys. Alright guys, now comes the moment of truth. We're going to see if we did anything. Now like I said, this was a $10 eBay find. Had no controllers, no cables or nothing, but I have a little bit of a retro collection, so I had the cable. I actually had to order the AV cables for this. So what we're going to do first of all, the number one problem I found, the first problem when I went to test it, it was getting no power. When you hit the power button, it would not turn on at all. So let's see if this fixed it. Hopefully it will have fixed it. It's the moment of truth. Oh, look at that. We got power, folks. We got power. The laser seems to be working. Well, it's functioning. We don't know if it's working. So what we're going to do now is we're going to hook this thing up to the television and test the laser assembly. Hopefully the laser works. We don't have to do no adjustments on the laser. Then that would have been a $10, say a $20 total on this Dreamcast, and we can possibly resell it. I'll be right back. Okay guys, we got this thing all put back together. Now it's the moment of truth. We're going to test it. Put Daytona USA in here. Close the lid. Power it on. What do we have up here? Okay, we got power. We have power. We have video. Hopefully this thing will read the discs, and it reads the discs. How about that? Ladies and gentlemen, $10 eBay find. $10. And we got us a working Sega Saturn. I said Dreamcast earlier. I apologize for that. We got a working Sega Saturn to add to the retro collection or to turn around and sell, because I plan to start selling consoles. So if I can get them cheap enough and fix them so I can make a little profit off them. I'm not trying to get rich doing this, but it'll be fun doing it. Anyway, time to take this. I dropped the controller. Time to take this sticker off. No power. And we got us a working Sega Saturn, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, if you like what you just saw, go ahead and hit that like button. Comment, let me know what you think. And if you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe. This is your man, Mr. SK All Day, Scrappy Kilmore. Thank y'all for tuning in. And I'm out, y'all. Peace.